Hi, we are at Studio SX, and we are lucky enough to be joined by two members of the Band of Heathens, Gordy and Colin. How are you guys doing today?
Good, Laura.
Great.
Good to be here.
Fantastic. You guys are Austin natives, so you live essentially in the South by Southwest area. We know what it's like during the festival. What's it like? What's the music scene like the rest of the year?
It's pretty alive. There's a ton of great bands, and pretty much any night of the week, I could probably tell you 5 different venues to go see a great live band. And it's great to be a musician here. It's pretty communal, and I don't know, it's a pretty healthy scene.
Yeah, we all live together
Great.
in a commune.
Oh, that works out well.
Yeah, it's communist kind of music
Actually,
community.
the city of Austin does provide health care for the musicians.
Socialized.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Wow.
It's pretty killer.
That's crazy. Does it lose its luster, South by Southwest, living here? Do you guys kind of get annoyed by everyone coming in, or are you still stoked to be in and around?
Go ahead.
You can answer honestly, too.
It's pretty exciting, actually. I love it because I get to see friends from all over the world that I don't get to see very often. But you know, there are a bunch of people sitting in my seats where, you know, at my favorite restaurant, or you know, packing the back of the Continental Club where I, you know, like to hang out. Mildly annoying, but I'm part of the same. You know, my first experience at Austin was South by Southwest, so
Right.
I can't bite the hand that feeds me.
Sure, sure. Who are you guys excited to see this year? Anyone on the radar?
I wanted to see the Low Anthem, which I don't know if I missed them already. And then there's a band actually here in Austin that I've seen once before that is playing a bunch called Dead Man. I want to see them again tomorrow.
Great.
What about you, Colin?
Well,
anyone?
My friend Anais Mitchell has a new record out that she did. Actually, Ani DeFranco's singing on it,
Okay.
and I can't remember his name at the moment. But it's like a folk opera.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah, with a Greek kind of overtone.
It's an interesting concept.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get to see her do that thing.
Very cool. The Band of Heathens takes a unique approach to kind of everything you do. You've got 3 frontmen, which is unique. You've released 2 live albums before a studio. How has this worked for you, and how do you guys come up with this kind of stuff?
I don't know if we do come up with any of it. The band kind of started as a side project, and it's just kind of snowballed since it started. And we try to, I think, kind of keep things open to audibles and letting things change on the fly. The live albums just came about just because it was a side project. We're like, hey, let's record one of these shows, and then I don't know, it just kind of come about pretty organically. We didn't really plan it. Now we think about things a little bit more probably, but we still try to keep it.
Which means we're probably going to screw it up.
Yeah, we'll probably screw it up by trying to plan a little bit more. But I don't know, it's the band just seems to kind of have an energy and a mojo that is somehow above any of our individual decision makings and choices. It just kind of goes.
Sure. Talk to me a little bit about the songwriting process. Is there a structure to it? Is there certain people who do certain things, or is it also just kind of organic?
Songwriting is actually the most organic part of the whole thing. It's kind of wild. It's almost, you know, you write a few songs and then you perform them and you make some money doing it, and so you're a songwriter. But it's a pretty magical process.
Yeah.
It's one of the most unique things in my life. And I find that I write about things that I don't know anything about, you know, or stories just kind of pop up from the subconscious or the collective conscious, from the ether, if you will.
He talks a lot about things he doesn't know anything about, too.
Because the only difference between you and me is that I admit that I don't know anything about it.
I don't.
You still think you know something about it.
I won't admit it.
That's great. What's the strangest thing that's ever inspired a song? An inanimate object, maybe a...
Cornbread?
Cornbread is what I was
Well, that's not strange. It's pretty common.
Yeah, it's pretty common. It's also known as
familiar
strange.
with that song. Actually, I am.
Nice.
Never mind.
That's great. Your latest album, One Foot in the Ether, is receiving a lot of praise. You guys are a buzzworthy band for South by Southwest and everywhere else. How do you react when you hear things like that? Ooh, you know, Band of Heathens, up and coming. I mean, it's great. Congratulations. How do you react to stuff like that?
Feel my head get bigger and bigger.
Expanding, sure.
It was pretty big to start with.
It's pretty big to start with. It doesn't need to get any bigger.
Nothing really changes.
Yeah.
You know, you're still a human. You know, everything feels the same. It's just, you know, we want to progress.
Sure.
And it doesn't matter there's no real goal. You know, we just like to keep moving and make progress, grow, and.
You know, we're fortunate to be able to play music for a living,
right.
And obviously all the press and buzz and all those other things, they help us get on the road and have people come out to shows, and they help the fan base grow. Ultimately, that's like really all that matters, and I guess all the press and buzz helps towards that goal. So it's great, and we definitely appreciate it. But as far as kind of paying attention to it, I don't know. I think it can probably detract from moving forward.
Yeah.
So
I don't read it actually.
It's maybe a good thing.
Every now and then I'm like, oh yeah, and then I'm like, oh, I wish I hadn't read that.
So there's a lot of people from all over the world here, maybe some who haven't heard of your band. If you could describe what coming to a Band of Heathens show is like, what is that experience? Give me a little plug.
I don't know. I've never gone to a Band of Heathens show. Well, I've gone to every one. Well, almost every one.
What is it like?
We're kind of in a way, we sound like something that should have probably happened in the late 60s or 70s. But we may not always sound that way. But there's a lot of spontaneity, you know, even just sort of like how we started. There's not a plan. We don't make a set list. We just get up there, and each one of us just kind of goes back and forth, and every now and then someone will jump out of line and start a song.
Cool.
Usually it's me because I think it's my turn and it's not actually my turn. But, you know, there's a lot of jam. You know, we love to play the guitars, even though there's a strong emphasis on the harmony vocals and the singing. We love to jam, and so it's going to be, the fans that come and see us play a lot often describe us as, you know, wow, you did this song so differently than you did it when we saw you a month ago or last week. So, you know, we're not really trying to do it different. It's just, it's a moving target.
Cool. Very good. After South by Southwest, what's next in 2010? What do you guys have planned for the rest of the year?
Sunday, we're leaving for the East Coast. Okay. And then we're home, and then we're back out in the Southeast. I think we're doing a tour with Mofro in the Southeast in April. And then out to the West Coast this summer.
We're going to Ireland.
Yeah, Ireland actually, yeah.
Wow.
And then some of the rest of the mainland of Europe, I guess, in May.
Have you guys ever been to Ireland and stuff? Okay.
Not Ireland.
Not Ireland, actually. We've been to Europe a few times.
What are the crowds like over there?
They're awesome. They're
the non-English speakers pay more attention to the lyrics than the English speakers.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's great. That's exciting.
It's pretty funny.
If you could have one person, living, dead, celebrity or not, musician or not, just be a gigantic fan of the Band of Heathens, just be rocking your tunes in their headphones all the time, who would it be? We're talking anyone. It doesn't, I mean,
anyone?
It could be your mom, if, you know, that's who you wanted.
My mom just recently became a fan.
There you go.
That was
Success.
fun.
So you can't say that one.
No.
Who would you say?
Oh, man. I would probably say Johnny Cash.
That's a good one.
I'd say maybe T-Bone Burnett, so he'd produce our next record.
That's a good one. That's a good plug. What are you doing for the rest of the day? What are the plans? You guys have parties that you have to go to, showcases?
Lots of parties we have to go to.
You're just that cool.
We'll go home and take a nap.
Yeah, I'm over it. I'm okay. All right, well, thank you so much for stopping by today. I really appreciate it.
Great.
Good
Thanks,
luck.
Laura.
We'll see you guys later.
All
Is
right.
Charlie Rose coming out later?
Yeah.
Yeah.